Welcome everyone to the first video of January 1st, 2020. Awesome. Well, in this episode of Willie's Ramblins and Pickups, I'm going to talk about a few pickups I've made. Don't have a whole lot, but I do got something that was a pickup just last night on New Year's Eve. It's a real big Sega Master System lot. I was pretty stoked to get it. There's some games in there I've been wanting for the collection for arcade ports that I like to collect. But anyway, what have I been doing since the last time? Well, I did go see the movie The Rise of Skywalker. It's much better than The Last Jedi. Yeah, much better than that movie. Marginally better than Force Awakens. Of the three movies, I probably like it the most, but it does have a lot of hokey moments in it that was kind of like, really? But anyway, I kind of enjoyed it. Enough of that. What else did I do this week? Oh, I went to Columbus, Ohio for work, and while I was there, I stopped at Warp Zone Video Games. I love that store. It's in Hilliard, Ohio. A lot of cool stuff in this store. I saw an Odyssey 2 system for sale, an adapter for the Atari 1500 for 2600 cards. There's a really cool Nintendo 64 box in there that has all these neon colors. I like to have that box to put under a black light. I bet you that thing looks awesome under a black light. What else did I see there? A lot of TurboGrafx games. It had a whole bunch of classic Atari 2600, 5200, had some Odyssey 2 there. They also had a lot of Intellivision games, a lot of box games for those systems. That's the era that I'm really into. Usually anything before 1984 I like to collect for, especially the Atari 8-bit computers. That's my biggest thing. The only system I actively search games out for past 1984 is for my Sega Dreamcast. I'm a big Sega Dreamcast fan. Love that console. Anyway, while I was in Columbus, Ohio, I went to visit Arcade Awesome. That's attached to this tavern there called, I forgot the name of the tavern. I'll put their name, you'll see their name on this video somewhere. I guess I should have looked up the name before I made this video, but my memory's not all that great anyway. Really nice looking tavern. I didn't drink anything because I was by myself. I didn't want to drink and then have to drive to the hotel. I don't do that stupid stuff. But I did play some really cool pinball games there. I got to play the new Black Knight pinball. Fell in love with that game. I love how the little Black Knight will taunt you as you play the game. His eyes light up and his little mouth behind his faceplate will light up yellow as he talks. It's a really fun game. I really enjoy that. I enjoy the original Black Knight, but I really like this one. Also got a chance to try out the new Stranger Things pinball. That's a ball drainer for sure. I have the worst luck at pinball. I tend to go down the drains on the side constantly. I don't know what it is. I think I'm cursed. But it was a really cool pinball game. Of course, they had some other ones there I liked, like Pirates of the Caribbean. I liked that one. There was a Willie Wonka there, which was kind of cool. I played Wizard of War quite a bit. Wizard of War. Duh. The Wizard of Oz pinball, which I really like that one as well. I played some Pinbot, which is a nice classic game that I really like. Meteor, another classic pinball game. There was another one. What was the name of it? Sword of Fury, or I can't remember. It's kind of like Medieval Madness, but it was way before then. It has this one part of the game where it says, "Shoot the magic tunnel," or something like that. It cracks me up every time I hear that voice. Played that quite a bit. Did have Medieval Madness there, which I would have loved if they had that there. But at least they had Black Knight pinball. So I got to play the living daylights out of that. What else did I do? Let's see. Talked about Warp Zone, the pinball place. I haven't really done a whole lot. I've been on vacation quite a bit over the past month or so. I've only been working a couple weeks between Thanksgiving and Christmas. I didn't really go any place last time I went out on the road. But, I need to get out there more. 2020, I want to try to visit some more pinball places. There's a pinball museum about 5 hours away from me I need to visit in Asheville, North Carolina. I've never been there. I need to get there, check it out, make a video about that. I need to get back out to Flippers Arcade out in Grandy, North Carolina, because supposedly they have the pinball 4 million BC out there. I love that pinball game. That was probably one of the pinball games I remember playing the most when I was a kid. I used to go to the pinball arcade with my big brother. I was like 5 years old when I was introduced to pinball back in the early 70s. And one of the games I remember playing a lot of was 4 million BC. I absolutely loved that game. It had some really great play mechanics, like how the ball shot across the play field, I like how the flippers moved, it had the skill shot, it had the multi-ball lock. It's a really cool game. I didn't understand the rules of it being so young, but I just absolutely love playing that game. I could play that game for hours. My brother gave me a handful of quarters. He played some other pinball, and off I go. Now, at first, he had to hold me up to the machines because I was short. I was a short little kid. But then I started bringing a milk crate with me, and I would stand on a milk crate to play the pinball games. The arcade operator that ran the arcade knew my family, knew my dad. He was friends with my dad, and he would just crack up, see me carrying this milk crate into the arcade with my big brother, throwing it down, and just going to town playing that pinball. Love that. A lot of great memories I'll probably share as I talk about some more pinball stuff. We did have a new addition to the Arcade USA family. Added Ed Kelly from Aladdin Controllers. He'll be talking about pinball games and such like that. And who else did I add? Tim's Tiny Arcade. I forgot to mention him in one of my pickup videos. Tim is an arcade nut like me. He does a lot of great content. Anyway, let's get to the pickups. I'm going to change to an overhead view so you can see in better detail what I picked up. Stay tuned. Okay, let's start with the pickups. First off, I picked up one of these Defender mini arcades from Basic Fun. This is the one that has the 4-color screen, the VFD emulated version. I like to see the better multicolor screen versions like Walmart sells. I just picked it up because I thought it'd be kind of cool to make a video about it. I don't plan on keeping this one. I'll probably sell it or I'll send it to somebody as a prize or a gift or something like that. But it's kind of cool. I got a video in process of rendering right now, doing a quick little overview of this machine. It's not too bad. I love the sound effects on this crazy thing. Alright, next up, I went down to Myrtle Beach, South Carolina, and I visited a comic book collectible store down there called House of Heroes Comics and Collectibles. Right there's those guys. They're pretty awesome. Couple of awesome dudes. They got a really cool store. There's a lot of neat collectibles in there, like Masters of the Universe, Ghostbusters, a lot of Transformers down there. Of course, they got Funko Pops, which I don't like Funko Pops. They had a Galaga Miss Pac-Man class of 1981 arcade machine there. I was eyeing that. I would love to have that machine. But a really cool store. I highly recommend visiting them if you ever get down to Myrtle Beach, South Carolina. But when I went there, I picked up a really cool Hollywood Rides Ecto-1. I thought this was kind of neat. With the new Ghostbusters movie coming out in 2020, this year, I thought it'd be kind of nice to have some Ghostbusters collectibles to put up on my shelf because I love the original movie quite a bit. I thought this was a really cool looking die-cast car. Also, when I was down in South Carolina, I visited some flea markets and I found a really cool die-cast version of my car that I drive, the 2013 Dodge Dart. Now mine's not a GT, mine's a SXT. But it's awesome. I thought it was kind of cool to get a car, a little die-cast car of what I drive. I thought it was pretty neat. Okay, now, also, I picked up a Lynx adapter for my Atari Lynx so I can quit using batteries and power that thing off of this when I'm making videos. I plan on making more Atari Lynx videos in 2020. I got quite a few box games for it because I absolutely love the system. And the system I have, I put an updated screen in it. So it's really nice to be able to shoot video on it now instead of that original screen. This thing is really clear. It's actually a really easy mod to do. I could have done the VGA out as well to make it go to my computer monitor, but I just stayed with doing just the new screen update. Pretty cool thing. While I was in Ohio at Warp Zone, I picked up a game for my PlayStation collection. This is Ace Griffin, Space Griffin VF9. I'm sorry, I saw Ace, I forgot it was torn right there. Box is in great shape, but I've been looking for this for my collection. I mean, it does have the manual and everything in it, so I'm pretty happy about that. There's my receipt. I forgot I left it in there. Yeah, Space Griffin VF9 by Atlas. I like mech type games, and this was one I remember playing on a friend's PlayStation 1 and really enjoyed it, so I'm pretty happy to get this for my long box collection. I got a lot of PlayStation 1 games. Sometime maybe I'll make like a top 10 video of my favorite PlayStation 1 games, and maybe I'll do a video series on some PlayStation games. I don't know if I'll do an ABCs per se, because I'm still trying to get the Dreamcast one finished. I've been kind of lax in it. I'm supposed to do the letter F, and I've just been too lazy to do it. I've been pretty lazy general overall. My work has been driving me crazy. I don't have them. I'm mentally drained by the time I get done with work. I don't feel like making videos. Anyway, I'm rambling. Okay, now for the big pickup. Now, I picked this up last night, New Year's Eve. Found it on Facebook Marketplace. It's another Sega Master System. This one is in really great shape. I bought it from the original owner who played this as a kid. And I bought all these games and all these accessories and stuff. Now, I'm not for sure what model this is, if it's got the Alex kit on it or whatever, or even has the Hidden Snail Maze game, and I haven't powered it up, but it does work. It's in really good shape. So I'm pretty stoked. I got another Sega Master System. I don't know what I'm going to do with the system since I've already got one. I bought the lot mainly because it had an extra set of 3D glasses, an extra light phaser in it, and some arcade games that I was wanting to make videos on. Okay, what else did I get with this thing? So let's pull up the box here. It's a big old box. Yeah, here we go. Here is the the extra 3D glasses. I did test these on mine, and they work perfectly fine. And of course, you know, the one game I like to play with these is Zaxxon 3D. So now I got another set of 3D glasses. I don't know if I'll sell these or I may pick up another copy of Zaxxon 3D to put with this other console and make like a bundle or something. I don't know. But it's kind of cool. I got another one of those. Also, got another light phaser. Now, the Sega Master System light phaser is actually a really good light gun. I made an adapter so I can use this gun on my Atari 800 computer, and I've also made an adapter to play some really cool light gun games on the Vectrex that Chris Binary Star, I think, made. Binary Star Software made. I think I made a video about it some time back. But I absolutely love the light phaser from Sega. I mean, it's got a really nice clickety-clickety button. And it looks really cool, too. Alright, moving on. Put the light phaser off to the side. What else we got in here? Oh, there we go. Got that really cool Sega control stick with it. This is actually a really cool controller. I mean, it has leaf switches in it or something. Not leaf switches, but it has those carbon dots, I think. No micro switches, but it works really well. It's a nice addition to have to my Master System collection because I don't have one of these in my collection. Pretty awesome. Now for the games. Okay, here we go. Games. First game up. Pull out of the box. Get it out of the box. There we go. Of course, you know, every system I find out in the wild usually has Hang On and Safari Hunt. Safari Hunt's actually not too bad to play. It's actually kind of fun, and it's a it's a fun game to play. I like Safari Hunt. Let's see what else we got in here. Another game. Thunderblade. Oh, I remember playing this in the arcade. Looking forward to making a video on this sometime in the near future for my Sega Master System collection. I had quite a few Sega Master System games a while back, but I got rid of them all because I just want to concentrate on collecting arcade ports only. So that's another cool one I got a hold of. Of course, I got another one of these Sega cards. This one's F-16 Fighting Falcon. It's actually a pretty cool game. I've already got this game. Oh, here's another really cool 3D game. Hang on a second here, my box is falling everywhere. Missile Defense 3D. Light phaser and 3D glasses required. Now this is actually a really cool game. This is I like to play. I don't know if I might make a video on this. I'm not for sure. I have to think about it. It'd be kind of hard to take a video of a 3D game. Anyway, of course you got Shanghai, which is Mahjong. I probably won't keep this because, you know, I just want arcade ports. What else we got here? Another arcade port, Double Dragon. Awesome. Didn't play this game much in the arcade, but it is a fun game to play. So that's going to stay in the arcade collection. We also have Outrun. Cool, I love Outrun. Twice the mega power. Awesome. Another cool arcade port to have. Of course, you know, I got a sports game, Great Soccer. No, not keeping that. That's going away. And also got Afterburner, another arcade hit. Yes, I loved Afterburner in the arcade. Really fun game. And lastly, but not leastly, I got a hold of a really cool game that I'll probably go ahead and keep anyway. Got a hold of Alf for the Master System. This was part of that Sega lot I picked up last night. And I was pleasantly surprised to see this game in there. I've seen these games in some game stores and stuff, but I've never picked it up. So I'm pretty stoked to have this in the collection. I'll go ahead and keep this one. I like Alf. I used to love the TV show. So I'm looking forward to playing his official game on the Sega Master System. Anyway, that's all the pickups for this week. Hope everybody has a great and happy New Year's and a great 2020. I'll see you in the next Ramblin' a Pickup video sometime in the future. I don't know when I'll publish it, but I gotta pick stuff up first. Anyway, thanks for watching.